up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We are down here, honey. We are down here to talk about Married to Medicine and Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to share the video. Also, don't forget to timestamp the sections of the video that resonate with you so that I can then take it and make it into a short, okay? Or a ticky talk, okay? Don't want to, yeah, I'll go right here. So don't forget to do that, okay? So when you tell me, like, I see all of your lovely comments, and I thank you so much for the comments that you all make regarding, things that have touched you or resonated with you. Oh, my eye is jumping. What's that mean? Somebody's talking about me? What's that mean when somebody, that's what the old folks say? My eye was jumping. What's that mean, y'all? When my eye's jumping, somebody was talking about me. Was that what it means? Jumping. It says sleep deprived. Come on, sleep deprived. Girl, I'm rested, honey. Hey, get your math up. Come on, get your math up. Okay, let's see. I need to know what the spiritual reason is, not the medical reason, girl. It says your right eye jumps. You're going to have good news. Your left eye jumps. You're going to hear bad news. It was my left eye. Ooh. What's it going to tell me? The bad news is I'm not going to be able to take a long nap today. That's probably what's going to be. That's going to be the bad news. You're not going to be able to take a 20-minute nap. It's going to have to be 15. Sorry to break it to you. All right, so go ahead. Did y'all like and subscribe and share? Okay. Oh, no, I need to keep this on because all the damn batteries this morning was low. I forgot to charge. I didn't charge my phone. I didn't charge nothing. That was not smart. But anyways, because I do need my phone to take my notes, to have my notes. So what are we talking about first? Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's hurry up and get that over with. So I didn't review the last episode. I've been reviewing this episode moving forward. The last episode was basically them going to Dr. Francis's retreat, and Lewis and Tiffany. Is that her name? What's the girl's name? Lou and... Is her name Tiffany? Stop yelling at the TV, because I cannot hear y'all tell me this lady's name. Hold on. Kimmy, Lou, and Lewis, and Tiffany. Yeah, okay, Tiffany. Oh, because I'm like Lou and Tiff. Like, I was like, okay, because I feel like that's what in my head, I feel like Lou and Tiff sound like that goes together, but I wasn't sure if her name was Tiffany, or I didn't know what other name it could have been. That's why we had to go see real quick. Shout out to Tiffany and her acting. She's over there pulling a Drew Zadora. And Dr. Francis called them both out. So that's what we were dealing with, them not, I don't know, maybe not thinking that I don't know. This is some people. It's funny that both of them have the same personality, that they think that they can come in and criticize everybody's marriage. And clearly what's happening in yours is not really what's happening in yours. There seems to be some placating and things like that happening. Um, but then Lewis, the way he's acting, like nobody can tell him anything. And just being, his socialized personality, they'll do the work, and then, like Dr. Francis, who said it, he'll read one or two books and think they are a philosopher. So that's what he was on them. I love that he told them that they play a game, and then when somebody figures that they're playing a game, they play a game that they're not playing a game. That's literal gaslighting. It is. I'm doing what I'm doing. You're going to call me out on what I'm doing, and I'm going to tell you that's not what I'm doing. Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that to you. That's not, I don't even, why would I mean, like, how would that benefit me? Like, I mean, why would I play a game with you? Like, why? And then now you thinking like, yeah, why would they play a game with me? Yeah, because they don't want to be vulnerable. So we're going to play this game and we don't have to be vulnerable. Girl, when Lewis started crying about people going to his games, it reminded me of my brother. My brother used to be a grown-ass man. I wonder if he's healed from that yet. But complaining that my mom didn't go to his games. So they be old as hell. Like, childhood wounds are real, are real. And also, what's really important is that you do have conversations with your children about what was happening during those times, so that they have an understanding as an adult. Because as a child, when they're like, oh, you didn't come to my games, you see he's crying, like those are tears of a kid that was crying. That was a kid crying. That wasn't big Lou Whitlow, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of those tears, you should access them, because you have to heal those parts. And then as an adult, have conversations. You see, he said as an adult his dad came to all his games. So I guess that healed that part of him. He was able to repair that part. But like I said, my brother, he used to complain that my mom didn't come to his games when he was little. He was a grown ass man. So hopefully he's gone to therapy. Girl, everything isn't as it seems at home plate. What do you mean? There's no falseness there. Well, where's the disconnect that you see? And it's crazy because it's like, you want to see if you're playing the game good enough. You're not trying to get Dr. Francis to give you advice. You want to see, well, what is it that you actually see? Because you're trying to see if what you're giving off is what is being translated to the people. That's what that's about. Where she's like, well, where do you think the disconnect is? Well, it's called, you play a game, and then when you're called out on your game, you play a game that you're not playing a game. And you'll act like you'll commit to the whole thing. That's crazy to me. But people do that all the time. That's literally the definition of gaslighting. If y'all go watch the movie, like, I think a lot of people, like, a lot of people, they throw gaslighting out there. When new language is on the horizon and we start using it as a society, it's always best to, like, go back and make sure that you're not using it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people call things gaslighting, where, like, I saw an example the other day real quick. Somebody said that another person was gaslighting them, and it was really, maybe they might have misrepresented what was being told, but it wasn't gaslighting, or you may have misunderstood. But gaslighting is literally, what you see is not what you see. And your truth is not the truth. Whatever's happening in your world that you are cognizant of is not happening. That's not happening. I'm not doing that to you. That's not what I said. And, like, they literally just said it. When you get to the point where you are wanting or feeling the need to record conversations because somebody is going to go back and forth and be like, well, that's not what I said. And then when you say what you think they said or understood what you think they said, they'll be like, well, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant by that. Okay, so what is it that you meant? And then they'll explain something. And then you say, okay, just so I understand what you mean. Nope, that's not, see, you're not understanding what I'm saying. And you're like, well, either you're not explaining yourself or you don't want me to understand what you're saying. And it's likely you don't want me to understand what you're saying. I think the quality of your interpersonal relationship is a little sus, bro. It's sus. Because y'all over there playing a game, I think everybody has said that about them. It's something missing. Like over there with Demon and Tambra, it's like something is missing. And I think enough people have had enough relationships to look at a couple and say something's not right. Not, oh, he's not touching on her, he's not feeling her, he's not affectionate. Some people might see different things, but when a collective group of people from all over the damn world is looking at the TV like, something's missing. And it's not that you're edited that way, because we can have a full frame, just a frame, keep going, and it looks weird. It looks off. It looks off, not weird. It just is like, something's not right. It's like a picture that's tilted on the wall, but you can't really see it. And then if somebody is at a different angle, they're like, it don't look tilted to me. And you're looking at it like, something's not right. And from over there, they're like, oh, it looks fine to me. Something ain't right with the relationship. Okay. So it's looking crazy. Who does he think he is? That's how he said it. Did you see how he said it? And Dr. Francis, he just makes these assumptions about our relationship. And who does he think he is? Like that. It's like, girl, are y'all trying to get y'all SAG cards? Like, what's going on? And then Tiffany is like, yeah, and I don't know who he thinks he is or where he went to school. I don't respect his opinion. And Dr. Francis, what she say? Dr. Francis' opinion of the Whitlows is not cool. I was like, girl. It sounds like he's spot on. It really does sound like he's spot on. And I think, and I don't know why you thought that you would go in front of a trained professional and think that you can play that game. Like and then that's where the people think like, oh, you think you're smarter than everyone in the room. You think you're going to be able to do this performance and nobody's going to be able to tell you, sir, take the nose off, the red nose, take it off. This is all a performance. This is fake. Now you don't think it's cool, his opinion of the Whitlows, and I don't know where he went to school. So now you questioning the man's credentials because you don't like how he clocked y'all? I don't know who you thought you were smarter than. This old ass man with all this experience. I'm not even talking about his professional experience. I'm just talking about his old ass life experience. On top of going to school to be able to study people and why people do things, on top of being married in that kind of relationship. And you thought you was going to do what? Come in there and be like, we're perfect. Well, actually, I'm going to go take a call. Speaking of work. And then it's like when Luke came into the door after she went and took that call, and this was on the last episode, the way when he opened the door, the way she was looking, like Tiffany always looks like she's the cat who ate the canary. That's what it is. You always look like you're up to something. Something's not, like you're thinking of, I don't know what it is, but you look like the cat who ate the canary. That's exactly what it's giving. Always. Like you're up to something. And girl, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the role, what you're doing. I don't know what it is. And what does she do that she's so busy? I'm over here looking like Marie. What does she do that she's so busy? That's what I want to know. Here, let me fix this. It's hot on my face. I'm Ghost Rider. It's cold. Marsupio, he in there cooking breakfast, right? He got the breakfast. He got the damn metal spatula on the pan. I was like, oh my God. Why would you use that spatula on the pan like that? Anybody else? Because it was scraping across the pan. I was so pissed. He in there cooking. So that, to me, I was like, oh, so he knows how to survive on if he was on his own, right? So what Tisha's doing, you want to do that kind of stuff, even though you know that he's fully capable of doing it. And that's the thing. That's when I was watching. I was like, y'all not really getting a good end of the deal. Like, you really aren't. And when people are watching stuff like this, I don't care how you are marriage and this and that, and we know who we are in our marriage and stuff like that. That's fine. But as we're looking on as you exhibit whatever type of marriage you have designed for y'all, it doesn't look like you are getting a good end of the deal. You really don't look like, it doesn't look like it's mutually beneficial. Or it looks like he's benefiting more than you are. And in the same way as Kimmy, I'm like, but y'all sign up for this. That's what I'm saying, because those men didn't start acting like that. Those men learned that from their dad and like are really cool and really like okay with being that. So I'm not sure. I don't know, like, you're not so traditional because Letitia was pregnant before you were married. So you're not that traditional, right? But when it comes to her being a mattress, a mule, and a maid, then you want to be traditional. The part where you get to lay up on your bowling ball head, laying up on some pillows, putting a dent in pillows while after you finish fucking, and then Kimmy's down there running around making dinner and food, and it's like he looking like, I got a good one, huh, Doc? I got a good one out the factory. I got a good worker, a good old worker ass bee, like a bee, not a bitch, but like a little worker bee. She was counting off, Kimmy was counting off all the things that she was doing. He was sitting there like this. You hear her, don't you? You hear all the shit she do for me and I don't do nothing? She ain't even gonna complain. And what do you get in return? When Dr. Francis said you go outside of your self-interest, what do you get in return? What are you getting in return is my question. Like I said on the thing, at least have a good life insurance policy. So you, on the back end, since you, I don't know. Let me shut up. Luke comes in there talking about Dr. Francis, and it's weird that you come to this couples retreat, and it's weird how people can come at you and questioning our marriage when it comes to things and he don't know about. And so all of a sudden Lou understands where Marceau was coming from when he was like, you don't know about our marriage, and they showed the clip from the reunion. It doesn't seem like he wants to take the doctor's advice, and it doesn't. It seemed like it was weird how they were acting. I was like, it was weird. I was like, what? How are y'all here and y'all act like y'all don't have nothing wrong? Like, so y'all have this perfect relationship. And then I'm so glad that Kimmy brought up the way that, what's her name, brings up how she wants to be pregnant and how she wants to have a baby. And what's her name is like, well, the way that you you guys weren't clear. He just said you didn't have enough time, but you want this baby. And it's like, I don't know if you're just saying, or you're just talking, or do you really mean it? And it's like, it's weird. I don't know with Tiffany and Lewis. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about. Then Marceau is sitting in the interview lying, talking about how he takes Dr. Francis's advice when last season, he said Dr. Francis was a therapist for women. He's the type of doctor who gives just women advice, or men who think like women. That's what he said. So I guess he has a newfound respect for him now. I don't know, but I feel like the brothers, they sit in front of other men and they posture and they act like whatever, and then they act like they're taking the information, and then they go off and do whatever the fuck they want to do anyway, just so that they can keep the peace. That's it. That's it. How does it feel to be professionally diagnosed that as fake? God damn. Did you hear him say that to them? They was looking like, yeah, because y'all are weird. Like, and it's off. It looks off. It looks off. And the fact that it looks off, and then you're around here acting like nobody else can give you advice, and you act like you just have all the answers. And then you like, girl, they didn't wear the matching t-shirts. Like, that was clear rebellion. We're mad at you. We're gonna protest together. It was either that, or Big Lou didn't have a size. I can't imagine them not having his size. They make everything big for everybody. So Dr. Francis is late. Yeah, why is he not coming? I mean, he's not coming, or what? I mean, what's going on with him? Now you got a problem with Dr. Francis. That's so funny. Like, they like really like demonstrated how when somebody holds you accountable and calls you out on something, how you just protest afterwards, and you're like, I'm not going to participate. I'm going to have little critiques of you now. Yeah, what happened to him? I thought he was professional. I thought he was a professional doctor. You know, you doing all that. Now you mad at him. What did Montrose say he was like, oh, so you mad because he's not committing to something? Like, y'all are doing the same thing y'all complaining about. Girl, well, he just came into the group judging marriages. That's what you did. You was doing the same thing. You was doing the same thing. But my thing is also, y'all not talking about your relationship. And then the way that you talk about it, it's almost as though it's just like make believe. Like, whatever I'm going to say, I'm just going to say it. And if they go along with it, they go along with it. The game, like, I'm going to play the game. And then when you get called out on the game, you play another game that you're not playing the game. Oh, God. When he said that, I was like, yes, Dr. Francis, yes. Call them out. But a lot of people do that. And see, now when you watch it, that's why it's good to watch these shows, not only for entertainment, but listen to him, because now you know what it is. You can hear somebody else saying, you're like, that's what that motherfucker is doing. He's playing a game, and when I call him out on the game, he plays another game that he wasn't playing the game. And that, the way that he said it like that, that's how you feel in those types of situations. That was so perfect the way he did that, because that's how you feel. You feel like you're all fucked up. Like, wait a minute. I'm in like a house of mirrors, bumping into my fucking self, trying to get out, trying to figure out what the hell you're talking about, because you keep playing a game that you're not playing the game. And you are playing the game. You've been playing the game, and we're not playing those games. Oh my God. Thank you, Dr. Francis, for putting it like that, because you have to put it like that. And I'm so glad, and I hope people were able to identify things that are happening in their life with people who do that to you. And you know you're not crazy. When I'm telling you, when you get to the point where you want to record conversations, that's when you know. That is when you know. Okay. Kimmy, the baby conversation. You misrepresented what the situation really was. Even as I'm talking to you, you guys are huffing and puffing and doing all that other stuff. Well, I didn't know we were going to come to a couples retreat and get attacked. Okay. I thought we came to learn something. Dr. Francis says you have to have the ability to discern. I just want to be myself. Well, if you want to be received differently, you got to show up differently. And that's what Kimmy said. And you see how like, you see just in an episode how Kimmy is like real, like reasonable and giving like the advice and stuff. But then on the other end, Dr. Francis is over there telling her, you go against your self-interest to please this dude. What are you doing? Now, let me give you some advice. That's why it's important to, even if somebody, you just listen to people, and you don't have to take everything that they say. Like, I'm sure y'all don't agree with I know y'all, I hear y'all in the comments, Erica, I don't agree, but I see what you're saying. Or I don't agree, and this is how I see it. You don't have to always agree with everything. You don't want to be in spaces where you agree with everything someone is saying. But like the messenger, somebody said something about somebody the other day saying something real profound, and it was from a raggedy ass person. But it's like, when you listen to people, sometimes they may say things that resonate. Everything else, what do they tell you? Chew the meat and spit out the bones. That's what they tell you. Or take what resonates and compost the rest. Put it back for somebody else, right? And that's just what it is. If you show up differently, maybe you'll be received differently. But you showing up as this, Mr. Philosopher, know-it-all, nobody can tell you nothing. You always got a quote from some shit that it's like, talk about what about you, Big Lou? Big Lou, he sits there and he cries in the next scene. Oh, Melody and Marlene, they meet up. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you something. I'm a child of divorced parents, and you always hear the way the grandparents do their very best to speak highly of the other parent. You hear it. Mostly they do their best. The women do their best to tell the other woman that it is, I'm always going to love you because you're my grandkid's mother, or you were my son's first wife. It's to be nice, right? It's to be nice. It's to be cordial. It's to keep peace. That's what it's for. The fact that Marlene said that Melody was lazy, and it was times when she was pregnant. You were a single mom, so you know it. How many brothers and sisters does Martell have? I don't know. But I know Melody is over there with how many children by herself? With Martell there, I have even said it myself, that Martell seemed to be the dominant parent. But now I have also watched Martell and come to understand portions of his personality that he allows us to see on television. And I've come to the conclusion that a lot of what Martell does was performative. And based on the way that the marriage broke down, when the marriage broke down, and who was able to keep things together and who wasn't, it let me know that Melody was not lazy. She was not lazy. And to say that, and then to correlate it with times when she was pregnant, because you were a single mother and did not have any help. She said she was a single mother all her life, or that's all I was, or forever. She said something like that. You know how black mothers act about their sons. I do not act like that about my sons. I'll have to see if when they get older, but I don't think that. I have already told my sons any abuse to a woman, don't ever let a girl come to me and tell me you're mistreating her, you're talking to you. I don't want to hear nothing of that, because I don't play that. And I'm not going to uphold you in your mistreatment of how you believe you're socialized to treat women. You can go out and cheat on them, and then the mother just sit back and not really say anything, or say, oh, you should have did what he asked you to do and he wouldn't have cheated on you, and all that other dumb shit. But we know how black mothers, like, I'm sorry, there are some black women who have coddled their boys into narcissism. I believe that. A false sense of self, not allowing them to take accountability. You always stepping in front of them, not even admonishing them to, like, we don't know what, and this goes into always being nice to the mother of the children. In public, Marlene will probably never tell Martell, you are absolutely out of order for what you did to Melody. You ruined your marriage for what? For what? And you are out of order. No, it was always like, hey, well, I don't know. I'm just living my life and y'all do what y'all doing, and, call me if you want to go eat. And, it's like, you're never going to say you were dead wrong. You were dead wrong. You acted like Martell did everything. She said you were spoiled. Spoiled? You were spoiled. I'm sorry. It didn't look like, maybe she means spoiled because Martell was more hands-on and getting the kids ready in the morning or whatever. But it seems like what it actually looks like as I'm talking about it, it seems like the roles were reversed, and y'all can't really understand and put the head around it. Maybe Martell was the more domestic and Melody was the more business side. And because y'all like to play these gender roles, we assume that Martell was on the business side. But when the marriage dissolved, we saw who was the business. And based on him saying she need babysitter, she need help. She has 5 kids over there. Is it 5 or 4? 4. He has 5 kids altogether. She has 4 children over there. She needs help. Miss Marlene, you might not have had help. I'm sure if you go over there and see, she's actually running her businesses and raising children by herself. And it's crazy because, like, maybe because as a single mother, if you're looking at a married woman not do as much stuff that you had to do because you didn't have another person there, you probably looking like, oh, you so spoiled, girl. You don't really even do nothing. He doing everything around here. He's supposed to do everything around here. That's why Kimmy over there with her back broke. And you know what's crazy? I don't know what's going on with Kimmy medically. But I keep telling y'all about that book, When the Body Says No, and how women get all of these autoimmune issues and this dis-ease in their body when they are overworked. They're not saying no when they need to they're not setting boundaries. They're not taking time to themselves, and it develops medically. I don't know what's going on with Kimmy. We saw her shaving her head. We saw something in her chest, like a port for something. A lot of y'all were saying that's like a chemotherapy port. I don't know what's going on. But the fact that she was sitting on that show talking about all the going like this of what she does. And I don't know if she retired of being a nurse. I don't know if she does that still as well. But he's sitting there like, yeah, I don't do a motherfucking thing. I lay my big head on them pillows and do nothing while she down there working. And then the wife gets sick. And then I thought to myself, is it true that nurses and doctors have conversations with women when they get sick and they're going to need care, a caretaker? Be prepared for your husband to leave you. Is that true? Because I heard that in different spaces. I've seen that like 3 or 4 times, that they speak to women who are getting ready to go through whatever type of medical issue where they're going to need someone to help them and care for them. They tell the women, be prepared for your husband to possibly leave you because you've taken care of everything and now you're sick. and you need somebody to take care of you, and you've done so much that this man doesn't even can't even access the empathy to want to help and care for somebody who's cared for him. He don't even know how to do it. How do you not? That's the mind fuck. It's like you had this person doing all this stuff for you, and now it's time to care for them, and you don't know how to do it. Were you not watching them when they were doing it for you? Girl, she says she's not lazy. That's what marriages are for. We help each other. We work together as a team. It's not a woman doing every fucking thing. And I think that's where they got it fucked up. Because Melody wasn't doing every fucking thing. Like Heavenly. She not over there doing every fucking thing. My man, team daddy. But I'm going to hire somebody to make sure this shit gets done. I'm not doing every fucking thing. I'm not going to make myself sick trying to do for some man while he sits up and not and participates or nothing. And then Letitia in another scene's talking about obedience and submission. Like you over there training animals. What's going on? It don't look good. The way, like I said, however way you want to design your marriage and arrange your marriage, that is your thing. But when y'all come out and start talking about your marriage and my man, nobody gonna talk about my man, and I put some respect on my motherfucking marriage. I've been doing time for 26 years. Y'all making it look not good to the people. Like there's people that are like, y'all don't make marriage look fun. Y'all coming out with these weird ass, like there's somebody else saying, oh well, you want to have sex 2 times a day. You think that's reasonable. You think it's reasonable to have sex 2 times a day, even if the person doesn't want to. So when you don't want to have sex, I can just come and hop on your dick. Does it work like that? No, it doesn't work like that. People need some stimuli and everything else. We just can't be fucking twice a day just because you want to use her body to masturbate. Because when a person doesn't care about how you need to recuperate or recharge or replenish, they feel like they need to use your body to masturbate. That's what they're doing. And girl, no more cover-ups. We already talked about the Whitlows. Letitia's friend died. Her friend, she had just been married, 5 years? They had a 3-year-old and a 2-month-old. And we saw the guy. I didn't see the girl. They never showed the girl. But her friend died, and all of a sudden, like, what's going on? They never got more into that. Martell talks to his mom. She tells him that she had a talk with, Melody, and it went okay. And then, because Melody, and then I thought it was weird that Melody was like, okay, I'm going to take you off a block. She was like, no, leave me blocked. Leave me blocked, baby. But you saw she was like smiling and laughing and everything like that. Leave me blocked, baby. Leave me blocked. You don't have to unblock me. Just bring the kids over when you want them to come over, and I'll go sit and have dinner with you. I'll go have dinner with you. Letitia and Marsupio said that they had for the last 3 to 4 years they had some external sources outside of their marriage. They have a traditional marriage, and they don't like people critiquing their marriage. And there's rumors. They talked about all the rumors that come out about him. She was like, God gave you a husband and you're supposed to trust your husband. Do you see the correlation? Y'all don't see the correlation between religion, God, like using God to say like, oh, God brought me this person, and this person I'm supposed to trust that he is going to lead me. Like, I think I think that is absolutely crazy. I do. I think if you have a visual impairment or you are a child, you should not be dependent on another adult to lead you. He says he doesn't make decisions unilaterally. Okay, fine. That's fine. I'm not discounting her. If I discounted her, I wouldn't have graced her with me. I wouldn't have married her if I wouldn't have. Do you see how much importance he puts on himself? When, again, if we take a look at their relationship and we hear little things about how Letitia's credit score was sky high, wasn't it? And so the marriage was being built on the wife's credit score. The business of your marriage was being built on your wife's credit score. But if you discounted her, you wouldn't have married her. If you're arguing with the truth, if the truth stands, because the truth stands by itself. But did I tell you, Dr. Francis be cussing their asses out and they don't even know it? What are you arguing? If it's the truth, what you arguing for? Letitia was looking like, oh bitch, oh shit, move bitch. I can't argue with that. You can, and then here comes Kimmy and Mighty Mouse. Make Dr. Francis's plate. Why was that even a thing? If she wanted to make him a plate, see, even that little thing. I don't know if y'all noticed that he said something about Kimmy don't make Dr. Francis's plate without Mrs. Francis being here. Do you think that do you think that couple is like that? Do you think they operate like that? To where she would have a problem if this woman made him a plate as he sat down and counseled them? Do you think that? 2 times a day. He was apprehensive about coming, so he negotiated sex 2 times a day while they were there. I don't have to have a reason to not want to have sex. That's the same thing that Drew was over there talking about. You have to have a medical reason to not want to have a baby. But I don't have to have a reason not to want to have sex with you. Go jack off. Like, on some real shit. Like, what is that? They, like, it's literally wanting to use your body to masturbate, because you've already taken away how you feel the other person that you're sharing that moment with. You don't really care about what they feel. You feel like they should be there for you. You should allow me to use your body to get off and moan a little bit. Here, let me put the settings on. Let me put the settings on moan. Ooh, baby. It's a little excessive. If I wasn't taking care of the house, when we were first dating, it was just me and my child, was just taking care. Now, when the sex is over, I got to do all the domestic work. There are things that need to be done. You can't have sex all day. And he's looking like, she's like, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, counting off all the things. And if you have your son coming to live with you so he can learn how to be a man, what is it that you're teaching him about manhood? Is that he doesn't have to help someone around the house? Because even as I really think it's really odd that she's still doing the work and the boys are not helping at all. Is there an assumption that these boys will grow up and find a fool like their stepmom? Is that what it is? Because why are they allowed as young teenagers? Why are they not being taught how to take care of a house? Because to me, I feel like then you're assuming that they are going to have a maid or a wife when they get older. Is that what's happening? Because why aren't they being taught, like, take out the trash? Why aren't they being taught how to mop? Why aren't they being taught how to wash dishes? Why aren't they being taught how to clean, vacuum, dust, take trash out? I don't understand. Like, just basic things. Why is she doing? Why aren't they making their own lunch? So as a man, what is it that you're actually teaching them as a man? Because, that's why he's there. That's why the son is there. So he could be around his dad. And what are you teaching him? You're putting yourself outside of your own self-interest. And sex is not about what you want. It's you two sharing a moment. But it's not. Like I said, the fact that he doesn't care, that he thinks that she has to do that for him, tells me that it's not about her. She's an object. She's a wet hole. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that's what he needs. He wants to use your body to masturbate because he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care that you think it's excessive. What? He doesn't even care. Like, he doesn't even care that you're doing all this stuff. He's just sitting there like, but that's your marriage. That's what you wanted in a marriage. I mean, you knew who these people were. You knew who these men were when you married them. You knew what they were. And that's what makes it so psychotic to me, is that you actually walk into that. But I don't know, maybe you didn't know that you were going to have to be a maid and a mule and a mattress. Like, damn, I have to do all this. My back, I'm on my back this way. Got shit on my back this way. I'm cooking and cleaning and doing all this stuff. And you get to do what? And what am I getting in return while you use my motherfucking credit score? What am I getting in return? You talking about, oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't have married her if I discounted her. Baby, can we use your credit score to open up our business? Same goes with Melody over there. We saw when that business of their relationship was dissolved, who went on to excel in business. I'm not saying Martell, because it's a lot of women out there who still support Martell. I'm judging you. Yes. Girl, what? So they buying his little calendars and his wine. I guess he's going to have baskets. That's going to be great. You're going to have a little basket with a calendar in there, a little thing of wine and some cheese, some socks. What else does he do? A little workout, a little dumbbell. What else does he do? No builder's license. That won't be in there. A replica of the builder's license will not be in the gift basket, in the Christmas baskets. So we could see how that relationship, who excelled and who is doing okay. Thanks to the ladies. Thanks to the ladies. It's always a lady behind. But then y'all prop these niggas up like they're doing all the shit. And how many degrees does Letitia have? That's why it makes it weird, because it's like you are really over there trying to explain how and it doesn't sound like, and I think when you're saying it, like, I mean, I don't know what it is. Are we supposed to be, I mean, if you call it obedient, did you literally just use that word to explain how you relate to your husband? Obedient? You have to hear yourself. And it's okay to say, girl, we have to take our marriage back to the drawing board. Because it's come to term and we need to go back and renegotiate what it looks like. Because even when I'm saying it, doesn't make sense. You know you sound like a fool. You know you do. You know you do. Letitia knows she sounds like a fool talking about herself using the word obedient. I don't know. Obedient, submissive. He's sitting up there. Go ahead and explain, honey. Make it seem like you're getting the good end of the deal when I really know. And Mighty Mouse over there ready to take off like, don't I got a good deal? Girl. And now Kimmy over there having to shave her head and stuff. Y'all gonna get enough of wearing these women down. And women, you gonna get tired of agreeing to shit. And you know what? It's okay to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to change the way this looks because I am not thriving like this. It's okay. Nobody's saying you got to divorce your raggedy ass, musty ass husband, but you can go back and say, this is not working for me anymore. I don't like this. This is not working for me. We're going to have to do something different. We're going to have to switch it up. We're going to have to change because it's not working for me. And your health being compromised for the sake of being in a relationship? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. If you are the cause of my stress that's causing my body to say no, anyways, y'all take care of each other. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the episode. Take care of each other and protect your energy. Peace.